Shout out to Magic Johnson, a real black billionaire who wasn't all freaked off, who actually made business, bank exchange, created dollars in real black neighborhoods so real black families could have that opportunity just like everybody else.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
He didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that, and
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G.
Come on.
In the game.
Man.
Because I could tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names, and would nobody be able to sue me?
Oh honey, Jaguar Wright is back at it again with allegations about men out here walking around undetectable and spreading viruses. And you'll already know, when she starts dropping names, she goes hard.
Which I know because I monitor. Went for 500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas. There are tens of thousands of victims who have been waiting for justice for so long. Justice for Kim Porter, justice for Justin Bieber, justice for Cassie, justice for Tanya Rubin, justice for Little Rod, justice for Tierra Marie, even Princess Love for that matter. Justice for Biggie, Pop, Nipsey, Pimp C, my son Giovanni. I don't have enough breath in my lungs.
Well, she's been out here throwing verbal grenades at Diddy and the industry again. And the mess she's stirring up is wild. According to Jaguar, those infamous Diddy parties were never just about champagne and good vibes. She claims they were laced with drugs, cameras rolling, and power plays that could make anyone's skin crawl. She paints them as full-on orgies where celebrities weren't just invited, they were compromised, exposed, and in some cases even infected with dangerous diseases.
Mary J. Blige, she's been there since the very beginning. She was pushing, 26? When she was having intimate physical engagement with Danny Boy, who was 15, 16 years old.
This Mary J. Blige, I'm 15, 16 years old, and she flying me in. And you know what it is when a girl back up on you and you young.
Allegedly, one of those tapes that Courtney Burgess say that he never saw was with Diddy, a very 16-year-old and a very 26-year-old Mary J. Blige.
But have you ever been to a P. Diddy party?
Yeah, many, honestly.
And so, can you take us through, what goes on, when you were there?
What did I say when y'all asked me about why was the T. Diddy party?
Yeah.
What'd I say? Money. And
That's correct. Were you surprised that there were so many cameras in his houses?
No!
That he's recording these...
He is the J. Edgar Hoover of hip-hop.
Okay.
Y'all done seen him put on the pyramid wear the skirt?
So let me ask you, when you hear that Cassie was told to hire male escorts to come in what they call freak-offs now, that's something normal that happens in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Freak-offs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody know that. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times I got to think this is wild?
So do you feel like people, when they hear Pink and Young Miami has to bring across, that's...
Like the Tootsie.
And it's not just Jaguar making these claims, either. There have been fresh allegations that Young Miami has been passing around the virus she supposedly got from Diddy. Oh, the mess just keeps piling up.
JT's basically coming out and saying that Young Miami is sleeping around with different guys, giving them AIDS. You know, and Future, Stefan Diggs is one of the people that got thrown out there. You know, she was with Diddy.
Child, whether you believe Jaguar or not is totally up to you. But one thing's for sure, the mess she's stirring up is loud. And honestly, you'll better stay protected out here. Now, as far as where all these allegations even started, Jaguar did an interview where she praised businessman and former basketball star Magic Johnson, who's been open about his HIV diagnosis. She said, "Shout out to Magic Johnson, a real black billionaire who wasn't all freaked off, who actually created dollars in black neighborhoods so real black families could have that opportunity just like everybody else. He faced that head up. He didn't stop. He didn't stop doing what he's done. How many dudes is running around undetectable?" Since her interview was mostly about Diddy, people immediately took her comments to mean that she was saying Diddy himself was running around undetectable, and that some of the female celebs leaving his parties allegedly left with infections and trauma they couldn't wash off the next morning. Do we have proof? Absolutely not. But Jaguar doesn't seem to care about receipts. She knows dropping bombshells keeps the blogs buzzing and the internet gasping. And honey, the way she says it with her whole chest, you almost forget it's all alleged. And like I said, it's not just Jaguar pushing these claims. The rumor mill has gotten nastier with whispers that Young Miami has allegedly been passing around a virus she supposedly caught from Diddy. Let's pause right there, because that's a wild accusation with zero proof attached. But you'll know how these internet streets work. The gossip doesn't wait for receipts. The messiest version of the story is always the one that spreads first. And it doesn't help that Young Miami has been front and center in Diddy's life for years. His arm candy, his city girl, the one proudly calling him her man, even while the whole world side-eyed the situation. To make things even messier, it was actually JT who first started hinting and spreading talk about Carisha picking up the virus, basically throwing her own partner in rhyme under the bus. If that's true, that's not just shade, that's a full betrayal of the City Girls brand. But wait, it goes deeper. The rumor mill also pulled in Saucy Santana and his ex-boyfriend Chef D, who both allegedly have connections to this story. According to Chef D, Diddy was hiding a diagnosis the whole time they were together. And honestly, given everything we've heard about those freak-offs, would it really be surprising if more than just body fluids were being passed around? Because the stories that have leaked about those parties are wild. You'll remember when Diddy was indicted? Federal agents reportedly found not just drugs but 1,000 bottles of baby oil and 3 AR-15s across his homes in Miami and Los Angeles. The indictment painted a disturbing picture of those freak-offs. They weren't just wild parties, they were productions. According to federal documents, Diddy's staff would stock hotel suites with alcohol, drugs, linens, extra lighting, and of course baby oil and lube. These gatherings allegedly went on for days, with 4 fluids on hand to keep people going. And even Diddy's mother reportedly got hooked up to those same 4 bags after long nights of partying. The indictment also accused Diddy of threatening, coercing, and mistreating women to protect his reputation and conceal his conduct. Federal officers documented years of abuse dating back to 2009, claiming he struck, punched, dragged, and threw objects at women. Cass's lawsuit only added more horrifying details. She said he would explode into uncontrollable rage, beat her, hospitalize her, force her into situations she didn't consent to, and even make her sleep with male escorts while he filmed. Near the end of their relationship in 2018, Cassie accused Diddy of forcing his way into her home and forcing himself on her. And she's not alone. Other lawsuits have echoed the same patterns. April Lamprose described 4 different times Diddy allegedly acted like an animal toward her. The first was back in 1995 after meeting him at a New York bar. She said he pressured her to drink, guided her to a car when she felt unwell, and later at a hotel forced himself on her despite her pleas to stop. She claimed she eventually passed out as he continued. In another encounter, she alleged that Diddy forced her and Kim Porter to take ecstasy, then pressured them into hooking up as he watched. Afterward, April said he assaulted her again. So with all these lawsuits and federal documents painting such a reckless picture, is it really shocking that people are whispering about infections being passed around? Between the drugs, unprotected sex, coercion, and chaos, it's not hard to see how people might have left those parties with more than just a hangover. But honestly, what's even more concerning than the freak-offs themselves are the names being dragged into this mess. We're talking Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Cassie, Young Miami, Kim Porter, Jennifer Lopez, Mary J. Blige, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Were these women exposed? We don't know. But the allegations Jaguar keeps feeding into are fueling a storm that's only growing. Some say she's a bitter truth-teller going rogue, while others believe she's exposing what insiders have whispered about for years. Either way, the streets want answers. If even a fraction of what she's saying is true, how many careers, reputations, and lives were tied up in the chaos of those infamous parties? And more importantly, how many more names are about to get dragged into the fire?
Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone.
I mean, the whole situation is messy, chaotic, and dripping with allegations that may never fully be proven. What started as whispers about Diddy's wild parties has spiraled into health rumors, broken friendships, and some of the biggest female names in the industry being dragged through the mud. While some of this may just be gossip spun out of control, the fact that Diddy is already facing convictions and his empire is unraveling makes it all feel a little too close to possible. But what do you think about all these names being dropped in connection to allegedly getting infected at the Freak-Offs? Do you believe there could be truth to these allegations? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.